Welcome to Shonia Studio. In this playlist you can watch crime stories from all over the world, where apart from gaining knowledge about crime stories in other parts of the world, it can also provide knowledge about, for example, the culture and habits of the people in that country. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel if you like our video. Thank you. This time we will tell you about a very horrendous crime story that happened in Pakistan. Let's get to know a sweet girl who was born in June 1994. Her name is Aasia Bibi, who is similar to another viral woman who also comes from Pakistan. Aasia is a very innocent girl and always does everything her parents want. She has 2 older brothers and comes from a family that is economically mediocre. But their family is actually an immigrant family, which is a large family. Now we will go to a village called Alipa. This is a fairly suburban area and is 100 km outside the city of Multan. People call it a safe and prosperous village. There is almost no crime and the people also mix with each other. The residents greet and get to know each other. However, many also say that this village is not suitable for newcomers or tourists. Apart from the fact that there is nothing to enjoy while traveling, you have to be clear about what the purpose of coming there is, or the local residents will kick you out. So now we return to Aasia, who is said to be an innocent and obedient girl. Her life after graduating from high school was mostly just in the kitchen helping her mother. That doesn't mean she's a very closed girl, but she still socializes, but she often has to help her mother. Well, her mother usually worked for other people to wash clothes, and was a cook when there were traditional or religious events. Aasia always helps her mother, and is ready whenever asked. Until one day in 2015, at an event while helping her mother as a cook, Aasia met and became acquainted with a 24-year-old man, named Sahid Lasrai. At that time Aasia was still 19, and then the 2 people liked each other. Even though Aasia initially introduced Sahid as a friend to her parents, it seemed that Aasia's parents didn't like the man. Not because of his appearance or character, but rather because of the beliefs he holds. Maybe Aasia's parents are afraid that Aasia will date Sahid and the relationship could become even more distant. They didn't agree because they both had different beliefs. This could really become a dispute and a big problem in Pakistan. Until then her Asian parents started to be honest with their daughter, not to be too close to Sahid. Just be friends naturally, without thinking about dating or marrying the man in the future. Relationships between different faiths don't work in Pakistan. But it seems that the warning was a bit too late, because it turned out that Aasia and Sahid had already entered the approach stage. They like to meet in secret, just to chat or eat at the cafe next door. They realize that just meeting them can start to give rise to become gossip, especially if they are caught dating. But the impact is already unstoppable. The affection and love between the 2 of them continues in secret. They even had lots of plans to run out of town, to get married at his brother Sahid's place. Even if they reach an impasse, both of them will be determined to leave the country. In order to smooth out their plans for getting married, they found out on the internet which countries could legalize interfaith marriages, and with the same intention both of them started saving money diligently. But yes, the parents, both Aasia and Sahid, later found out that their children were related to each other and often went out together. Sahid received great rejection from his family, as did Aisha, who was then locked up and not allowed to go anywhere, because they was afraid that their daughter would run away and be reckless. Finally, Aisha's father and mother betrothed their only daughter to their own cousin, Amjad Akram, who was 25 years old and was the son of her aunt Aisha. Well, Aisha was matched with her cousin and their wedding took place immediately on the 25th of September, 2017. Of course, this marriage broke the heart of her boyfriend, Sahid. Yes, dating with people of different beliefs has a lot of pain. Moreover, after getting married, Aisha lived with her husband, who also still lived in his parents' house. So Aisha lives at her aunt and uncle's house. Because it turns out that Aisha's husband, Amjad, doesn't have a job either. Their hasty matchmaking was just so Aisha could get away from her boyfriend, who was different. According to her family, Aisha always refuses to have sex with her husband. Aisha often runs away and goes home to her parents, and believe it or not, it turns out that Amjad's husband doesn't really love Aisha either. He was also forced to marry even though he had a girlfriend at that time. So the conclusion is that their marriage is very bland. 2 weeks after getting married, it turned out that Aisha still often saw her lover Sahid. She gave permission from her in-laws, wanted to go home to visit her parents, but apparently took the time to meet her boyfriend. Because the love is very strong between them. They have many plans about their future. Until then the two of them planned to kill Aisha's husband, Amjad, by giving him cyanide poison. Through quite difficult efforts, Sahid got the poison and gave it to Aisha. Until Thursday the 26th of October, 2017, when she had just woken up in the morning, Aisha was said to have made milk for her husband, Amjad, who had not yet woken up. Aisha dripped a few drops of the poison, poured the milk into a rather large glass, then took it into the room and put it on the table near the bed. Then Aisha went to her parents' house. It turned out that after waking up, Amjad didn't feel like drinking milk. He went to the kitchen with the milk in the glass, and put it in the refrigerator, so he could drink it later. Because by chance the next day there would be a family social gathering, and the house was busy, Amjad said he wanted to go out for a while. It turned out that inside the house Amjad's mother and several siblings were preparing food for tomorrow's social gathering. The mother saw that there was Amjad's milk in the refrigerator, and took it to mix it into the yogurt mixture she was going to make. Actually, she knew it was Amjad's implant, because she had seen her son put it in the refrigerator. But she understands that Amjad doesn't like drinking milk, so he won't be angry if she takes his drink away. She immediately made yogurt with the milk mixture, as an addition to tomorrow's dish which is usually liked by children. Until the next day the social gathering started and quite a lot of food was served. Amjad and Aisha were also present at the event. It turned out that children liked Amjad's mother's homemade yogurt, some adults liked it but they preferred other dishes, such as syrup or something that contained alcohol. An hour later, it was said that several children and adults started having stomach pains, even foaming from their mouths. All of them panicked and were taken to the nearest hospital. A total of 27 people were declared to have consumed the yogurt, 17 people died within 2 hours. 9 of the victims who died were children aged 7 to 12 years, 8 people were adults while 10 people still survived, experiencing quite severe stomach aches and headaches. Shonia Studio is a channel of crime stories from around the world. Please you like and subscribe this channel if you like our criminal stories. Thank you. Of course, with this mass poisoning, the hospital immediately provided information to the police that it was intentional, considering the quite large levels of poison in the yogurt. An investigation was immediately carried out, and after further investigation it was finally discovered that milk was the source of the poison in the dish. The surviving mother-in-law said that the milk came from the refrigerator which belonged to her son. Amjad said that his wife, Aasia, made the milk. Until then the police began to interrogate Aasia, who was suspected of being the main perpetrator of the incident. Initially, Aasia denied the accusations against her. She said it was possible that her husband's milk had contained lizards containing poison, thinking that investigators would be easy to trick. She was arrested on the 30th of October, 2017, when she had only been married for a month. After being afraid that she would face severe punishment, Aasia finally admitted her actions and mentioned the name of her lover, Syahid Lasrai, who was also involved in this plan. The man was arrested the next day and the two of them admitted to the police that they did everything out of love so that they could later carry out their plans to marry abroad. This blow was heavy. Yes, for Bibi and Akram's extended family, 17 family members died, because of their actions. Even though the target was Amjad, the husband, this was very fatal and a premeditated crime. Aasia's father and mother also felt responsible for forcing their daughter to marry Amjad. However, as parents, they just want their daughter to be safe, because there are several points in the law in Pakistan regarding relationships between people of different faiths. All actually for the good of Aasia too. And what made the family sad was that there was an aunt Aasia who supported her relationship with the martyr, and was a witness when Aasia poured poison in Amjad's milk. Her name was Zaina Begum. She was also arrested on the 11th of February 2013 for not preventing the incident. In the Multan Regional High Court, both Aasia and Syahid were found guilty by the judge, namely the second-degree crime of intending to intentionally take another person's life, with the wrong target. Both were sentenced to life in prison, but can be released on bail when they have served their 25-year sentences. Meanwhile, her aunt Zaina was jailed for 1 year for committing a 3-month crime. After serving her sentence, it turned out that Amjad filed for divorce from Aasia, but unfortunately in September 2020, it was reported that Amjad had died due to contracting the coronavirus. Apart from the poisoning cases committed by Aasia, a human rights body in Karachi led by Zahra Yusuf, said the rate of forced marriages in Pakistan was quite high. If we look at it from the point of view of women who are forced to marry Aasia, this shows that parents don't care about their children's feelings as long as their wishes are fulfilled. This is a trigger for many divorces, domestic violence and even mutually destroying the lives of couples because there is no feeling of love. Believe it or not, this is also the main cause of the high number of people who die between the ages of 17 to 27 years there. The point is, if your child isn't ready, don't ask them when they are getting married, or getting an arranged marriage. Ladies and gentlemen, who do you think is the most guilty in our case this time? Aasia, Syahid or their parents? Comment below if you like this video. Don't forget to click the like and share buttons for those who are stopping by for the first time, or have stopped by often, but haven't subscribed yet. Don't forget to click the subscribe button first. And also turn on notifications so that next time, for example, if I upload a new video, you will be the first to know. Don't forget to watch all my other videos. Remember, keep doing good and also take care of your health. Thank you.